Race 4 is the Gill Smash Repairs handicap over 1,400 metres, and it's also the first leg of our quaddie. Horse 1, Recapitulate Crashane, carries the 60 kilos for Keshore Duran, Helen Harding the trainer.
Yeah, he's racing really well. Last two at this track have been really good. Recapitulate, a now 9-year-old, has those turquoise front bandages on the front. And look, 1,400, would like to really see him at his pet distance of a mile, maybe next week. But he's drawn to do no work. Gate 1, 60 kilos. He'll carry it, and he's as honest as the day's long. Recapitulate.
The 2, Bill the Bee, won this day last year. I thought he's been racing really well of late. Ashley Grace prepares him, and Jordan Turner's in the saddle.
Yeah, agree, Michael. He's about to go out now with those red earmuffs on and dappled up in the hind quarters and jig trotting now. Looks really good in condition, and knocking on the door for a win. He's had the right lead in preparation, Bill the Bee, coming back to 1,400, and he's drawn well, probably best gate he has for a while for Bill the Bee, so a legitimate chance in this.
How's the money for this horse? Number 3, Total Lockdown, second to Talk It Up last start in a really hot times race. They went up $7, $2.70 is the current quote. Outright favourite. Big move. James Brennan's here to watch his horse go around. I've been told the money is his, and this is a big move, Shane.
Big move, big Pumba on course, and they were even spruiking that his good mate in Drews has come across from Melbourne just to watch this. Number 3, Total Lockdown. He stands tall, and he looks a pitcher, good composer. Total Lockdown, he always has, but quick time to Talk It Up, and he really did take the sprint out of a lot of its rivals. Talk It Up last start, they ran 110.2 over 1,200, so that's fast, and he ran second to it. Look, Total Lockdown is yet to win beyond 1,300, but on this track and maybe with some cover, he's going to be sort of forward with the good gate, but he should get the 1,400.
Great to see the Midnight Cruiser on course. 4 Vinyl was held up the entire last start, was racing in pretty good form going back 2 and 3 starts, or 3 and 4 starts ago now. Ricky Brown and Lakdar Rumley.
Yeah, well, replay watchers, she was held up the entire length of the straight that last start, as you touched upon, and sort of got the indication, Michael, that the team just wanted her to go around safely, just to see where she's at, and I think they'd have to be pretty pickled with themselves because she travelled really well. So, and going forward today, look, she could very well be back to her best, and it'd be great to see this extravagant mare recapture some of the form from 3 and 4 starts ago, where she put 2 and 2 together in Vinyl. So she's a nice mare, just has to recapture that best form that she can definitely possess. So Vinyl, she looked quite relaxed with the red earmuffs going on over to the gates, and another real good chance in this.
The 5, misquoted as it was another hard luck story in that exact same race, I thought is over the odds here. Big price at $19 for Paul Tapper and Christy Bennett.
Yeah, agree. Value in this, misquoted. And with the low weight, low draw, look, she will get back in the run, but be running home late, I thought, misquoted, and only was sort of alongside a couple of these runners in that Talk It Up race, as you touched upon. So, yes, definitely a player at each way odds.
Winkers on, visors off for Tahitian Red, Gary Bowen and Brandon Louis.
Yeah, the Mahuta mare only had sort of the 18 starts, has been around the money. Just has come back from a mile to 1,400, so and beaten around about 6 lengths behind Lincoln's Law last start. So I thought others with more appeal.
The 7 Augusta Red is a Peter Fernie runner here. Lisa Staples is in the saddle, goes around 20-1.
Yeah, probably needs further, like the mile or beyond. Augusta Red, this mare, but hasn't only had the lone start here and didn't do much.
Unfortunately, Braden Garth is off his rides for the remainder of the meeting, so we have a replacement rider on the 8, Rockport Miss. Victoria Corver is now in the saddle. No claim, 55 kilos here and another 20-1 chance.
Yeah, 10 starts, 1 win, and that was over 1,200 metres, Rockport Miss, so happy for it to go around.
And the 9 is the outsider of the race, another Gary Bowen runner, Cassie Martin, and takes off 2 kilos. So the 53 kilos on this rising 8-year-old mare's back. She goes around at $26.
Yeah, I don't think she's going good enough either, Rosie Capilla.
Your first 4 numbers for race number 4, the first leg of the quaddie, Crashane.
Yeah, I think you'll get your winner out of the top, how they handicap them, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that the winner will be definitely come amongst them. I thought Total Lockdown, just with the that run under its belt behind Talk It Up in that quick time, and a go-forward type of horse. I don't think there's much speed in this race, Michael, either on paper. The best of Vinyl, she could potentially work forward from gate 7. But other than that, Total Lockdown has speed. Recapitulate does as well from an inside gate, but we've seen him sit the last couple of times. So I thought Total Lockdown may, by default, even find the front here, or if not, have cover. With that wind, may need a little bit of cover. But Total Lockdown for mine. For Vinyl, if she's anywhere near the best that we saw in April, where she strung 2 together in really good performances there, she'll be awfully hard to beat here. Vinyl. And 2, Bill the Bee has had a good prep into this. 1, Recapitulate. The winners there in the top 4. I thought 3, 4, 2 and 1. 3, 4, 2 and 1. Crashane with the money here. Total Lockdown. I said it was a big move before, $7 into $2.70. Well, the punters have still thought $2.70 is value, because I can tell you he's now into $2.50. This has been by far the biggest betting move of the day. 7 into $2.50 outright favouritism with 0 scratchings in the race. Crashane's going that way as well. 3, 4, 2 and 1. Less than 60 seconds remaining of betting time. Here's Royce Newton for the call of race 4.
Thanks, Michael. Runners coming forward well here for the running of the Gill Smash Repairs handicap. First leg of today's main quaddie. So 3 to come forward. So Bill the Bee still out of line with Total Lockdown, both well thought of in the market. Your favourite will be Total Lockdown into 260 with Tab Touch. Good on you, Stu. Yes, runners are coming forward well here for the running of race number 4. And Total Lockdown, the favourite, comes forward now. The last one to complete the line will be Bill the Bee, who's been ever so consistent at the track here. Drops back to the 1400 metres today. Went over 1762 weeks ago. Red lights on. Stand by, we're set. Recapitulate drawn down on the inside. And the gates fly back. They're off racing now. Tahitian Red was a clear last, taking a bit of time to get into stride. Vinyl drops back to the tail of the main field. Now pushing forward is Recapitulate, but there's a bit of pressure on. Out wide, Total Lockdown, together with also Rockport Miss in that leading division. They were being followed by Rosie Capella 4th, misquoted 5th, and then came Augusta Red, who's next of all, followed by a further 2 lengths into Bill the Bee, who's 3rd last. 2nd last is Vinyl, and Tahitian Red is last of all. So with 800 metres to run, Recapitulate got the lead by itself now. Recapitulate just over a length. Rockport Miss, Total Lockdown, working forward around the outside to improve its position. Then came Misquoted in the centre. Rosie Capella down on the fence, and then Augusta Red, followed next of all by Bill the Bee, Vinyl, and a further 6 lengths into Tahitian Red. So with 450 metres to run, the top weight Recapitulate shows the way by a neck on the favourite Total Lockdown. Rockport Miss down on the inside, sweating on a run, and then came Misquoted, who's starting to unleash. Rosie Capella further back with Bill the Bee starting to extend as well nicely. It's Recapitulate with Total Lockdown. Here's Bill the Bee, and look at Vinyl. Has the real Vinyl showed up today? It's Bill the Bee who hit the lead. Vinyl the outside, but it's Bill the Bee's day by the look, and Bill the Bee goes on for a much-deserved win. Defeats perhaps Vinyl the outside of Recapitulate the inside, but it is a photo for the minors. 4th was Total Lockdown, followed in by Rockport Miss. Then came Rosie Capella, Misquoted, and well back then to Augusta Red, who crossed the line with Tahitian Red. Number 2, Bill the Bee. Jordan Turner gets the job done for the Grace family. And a host of local connections here. A clear winner. Looked to be climbing at the top of the straight. Number 2, Bill the Bee. 2nd, 5th, 4th, 2nd, 3rd. Finally gets that elusive 2nd win at the track here. It's now 15 goes, 2 wins and seven minor placings. He's been a nice acquisition for a horse that's probably in the latter years of his racing. He's a 7-year-old. They acquired him last year, I believe, these connections, as a 6-year-old, but he's paid them back multiple times over. 2 into the frame, Bill the Bee. Defeats the 4, Vinyl. She showed up today. She had clear running, but the winner had too much of a head start. 1 Recapitulate third, and the 3 Total Lockdown, who did a little bit of work early, has finished off in 4th. At the top of the page, 2, 4, 1 and 3 other numbers. A length by a half by a long head, and a length and a half by a long head. 124.69 the gallop for Bill the Bee's victory. Trained by Ash Grace, ridden by Jordan Turner by So You Think from Paint by Numbers. Owned by Ben Grace, K Russell, J Pasir, R Lane, J Edwards, G Stone, C Salmon, L Gilbert, Benny White and Rhett Foster. Bill the Bee wins. From the 4 Vinyl, Ricky Brown and Lactar Ramoli by Extravagant from Jig Time Laney. Owned by Trent Brown, Kelly Brown, Miss S Perkadani and Al Brown. Third in was the 1 Recapitulate, Helen Harding and Keshaw Duran by Tickets from Hasty Snip, owned by Helen Harding and M. Capilli. And 4th in the 3. That's Total Lockdown for Dave Smith and Tash Faithful. 2, 4, 1 and 3. A well-deserved victory there to Bill the Bee. Race 5 is next. The Tab Touch handicap over the 1,200 metres. The rider changes here. Number 1, Honest Legend, to be ridden by Brandon Louis. And of the others, Hole in One, to be ridden by Chris Parnham. That's race number 5. It's coming up at 20 minutes past 3.